Greetings, everyone. I'm Jamal from Life Strength and Health, and welcome to joining us for our Saturday hangout. Kim won't be joining us tonight. She normally joins us with the hangouts. That's my other half of the dynamic duo, and so she won't be joining us tonight. And I'll be holding it down for tonight. We're going to be talking about colon hydrotherapy and why hydrotherapy sessions. From time to time, we like to just kind of check in on some of the basic things at Life Strength and Health. And one of the main things that we offer at our holistic center is colon hydrotherapy. And we still get a lot of clients that come in for colon hydrotherapy and they've never done it before. This is their first time trying it. So I know a lot out there, you've done it before and you know what it is, but there are a lot of people that still don't know too much about it. So we want to talk a little bit about that today. Won't take a lot of your time today. About that a little bit today. So a couple of things. If you've gotten colon hydrotherapy before, this can still be of value to you. Maybe you haven't done a session in a while, or maybe you just haven't gotten enough done. And then there are people that haven't. So what I would suggest is that if you have some family, some friends that have been considering it, and this is something that you've been trying to get them to do, maybe this is a good show to share with a better understanding of why they actually need to do it, especially guys. Guys really shy away from colon for the obvious reasons. But I will say this, I've been getting colon hydrotherapy for, I want to say 12 years. I've been getting colon hydrotherapy sessions for years. And I still continue to get them. And I think that the benefits far outweigh the reasons why a person wouldn't get them. There are a lot of schools of thought out there, a lot of other practitioners that, they don't totally agree with colon hydrotherapy, but we've been at our holistic center, I would say, for about 8 years now. And in those 8 years, we've conducted over 1,000 colon hydrotherapy sessions easily, maybe over 2,000 or close to it, 2,000 colon hydrotherapy sessions. And we've had great success. So there's a lot of misinformation out there when it comes to colon hydrotherapy, but we've had major success with many of our clients when it comes to colon hydrotherapy. And people get colon hydrotherapy for a lot of different reasons, but today we want to discuss it. We want to flush it out a bit and just really give you a strong foundation of colon hydrotherapy. So let's start with what colon hydrotherapy is. A lot of people refer to colon hydrotherapy as colonics. Colonic really is the name machine, and it's one of the most popular machines, the colonic. So because that's a popular machine, a lot of people call it colonic, but it's actually called colon hydrotherapy. And some people call it a high enema. Those are some of the high enema colon hydrotherapy, colonic. Those are some of the colon therapy. These are a lot of the names. And colon hydrotherapy is done by a colon hydrotherapist. My partner Kim, she is a colon hydrotherapist, and she's been a colon hydrotherapist for about 10 years now, maybe even longer than that. She does our colon hydrotherapy sessions at Life Strength and Health. I've actually been trained in colon hydrotherapy not on all of the different systems. Kim, she's licensed to use all of the colon hydrotherapy that are out there. I've only been trained on using our specific system, which is a colons. So I am trained on that system. And colon hydrotherapy is the gentle cleansing of your colon. Your colon is also known as your large intestines, and your large intestines is 5.5 feet long. So it's a huge surface area, that large intestine. So it's a lot of area to be cleansed. And a lot of people get uh, impacted waste in their colon. You can be impacted with anywhere from 5 to literally 25 pounds of hard impacted waste in your colon. And it could be even more than that. A lot of times you see people, they have the protruding bellies, and they can literally be full of impacted waste. I had a client that came in today, and he had an extended abdomen, and I was doing some abdominal measurements, and his belly was tight and hard. And a lot of times when you have that tight, hard belly, most likely it has a lot of impacted waste in there. When it's, just kind of flabby, jiggly, soft, we know that that's, fat. But a lot of times when it's hard like that, we're talking about impacted waste. So we can be impacted with a lot of waste, and to move that waste. A lot of people, they don't have the normal amount of bowel movements that they should have. And just for the record, you can move your bowels every single day and you still can be constipated. Your stool should have a certain level of consistency to it. And if you're straining to go to the bathroom when you go, that's a level of constipation. If your waist is hard, that's a level of constipation. If you're not moving your bowels pretty much for every meal that you have, because every time you eat, it should move through your body in about 24 hours. So if you're not having a bowel movement for every meal that you have, that's a level of constipation. So there are many different levels of constipation that a person can suffer from. And if you are suffering from constipation, then colon hydrotherapy can be really, really good for you, because it's going to help to break up that 5 to 25 pounds of fecal matter that gets in the colon, and it's going to help to flush that out. We get all of the extremes. We get some people in that have one bowel movement a day. We get some people in that have one bowel movement a week. People that have one bowel movement every few weeks, and we actually get people that'll have one bowel movement every single month, and that's really serious. And when we talk about bowels, a lot of people don't realize how often they're supposed to have bowel movements. We get people in here that have a bowel movement every couple of days, and they actually think that that's normal. In fact, the medical industry will actually tell you that if that's how it's always been, then that's normal for you, but it's actually not. I tell people this all the time. I think I told you on the hangout that we did a couple of months ago. I was really constipated. I was having one, and I actually thought that that was normal for all of my childhood. I actually thought that was normal for me. Went to a series of doctors, and they all told me that that was actually normal. But meanwhile, I used to have to strain to go to the bathroom, and I used to actually get nervous when I had to go to the bathroom because I had to strain so much. But when and I thought that was it for me. But when I really began to educate myself, and I began this journey of holistic health, and I got working on myself, I realized that that wasn't true. I was able to rebalance my digestive system, begin having, molds every single day. So if you think that it's not possible, it's definitely possible, because I've been there. And just to talk about to the guys for a minute, because a lot of times women get it faster when it comes to colon hydrotherapy, and they're more open to doing it. We're the ones that shy away from it. But fellas, it's a real serious thing. By keeping your colon cleansed, you're actually practicing good prostate health, because the colon and the prostate are very close together. And when you have impacted waste in the colon and it's inflamed, it can actually sit right up against your prostate. And a lot of times when we have all of these toxins impacted in our digestive tract, in our colon, what happens is, and it's sitting there and it's not moving out of your body properly, your body reabsorbs these toxins, auto intoxication. We reabsorb these toxins back into our system. So a lot of times the prostate is right there. The prostate is absorbing all of these toxins, and it can lead to toxins in our prostate and just prostate imbalances that can go in any direction. But especially as we get older, fellas, we want to try to take the best care of our prostates as possible. And by having a clean prostate health. A lot of something else that a lot of people don't realize when it comes to colon hydrotherapy is that, or not even colon hydrotherapy, but when it comes to your colon, is that approximately 80% of your immune system is actually in the colon. That's a line of defense right within the colon. So a lot of times when the colon is impacted and imbalanced, our immune system isn't that strong. And we know now, bigger than ever, there are so many different things that are going around as far as diseases and sicknesses and viruses and things like that, that we need a strong immune system. So when your colon is clean and your digestive system is working the way that it's supposed to, your immune system is actually strong. So you'll notice that you fight things better. So that's another reason why it's very important to get colon hydrotherapy. Also, that your colon is really the main organ of elimination. We have different organs to eliminate waste from our bodies. We have our skin. We can actually release waste through the skin. That's harder. So that the body doesn't want to release. We can release it through the urine, which it wants to do. We can release waste through exhaling. We're letting out toxins when we do that. Many ways. So what happens is, when your body is full of toxins and the colon is impacted and your body can't get the waste out quickly as it needs to, what happens is your body will actually push this waste out through your skin. So a lot of times when we get breakouts and things like that, that's a reflection of toxins that are inside of our body. So if your skin isn't where you want it to be, you get acne, a lot of breakouts, blemishes, things like eczema and psoriasis, and all of these different skin issues, rashes, and things of that nature. Most likely is because your body is toxic on the inside and your body is trying to push these toxins out of the body. So what we find is that when people begin to do colon hydrotherapy sessions, your body can get the toxins out of the system, and there's no longer any need for your body to try to force these things through the skin. And so the major things that people report and that we actually see is that the skin begins to clear up. Their skin not the way that they want it to. And also it just helps with reversing the aging process, when the body is processing things. A lot of times we walk around with low energy because when the colon is impacted, you can't absorb absorb the nutrients from the foods that you're eating. So we have low energy. So these are all reasons why colon hydrotherapy is very important. And it's not really about just bowel movements. It's just about moving toxins. You can have perfectly fine bowel movements, but you can have a layer of waste around your colon. And because of that, properly, or your body is still not getting rid of the toxins the way that that it needs to. So we'll have health challenges. One of the areas, like your liver, for example, your liver dumps a lot of waste into your colon to be eliminated from the body. And I've spoken about this when we talk about weight loss and things of that nature. And I tell a lot of my clients this: the liver plays a major role when it comes to weight loss. So if your liver can't get rid of its toxins properly, that actually hinders your weight loss process. So by keeping a clean colon is going to allow your liver to do the things that it needs to do. And if the liver can do what it needs to do, you're going to be more efficient at being able to lose weight overall. Colon hydrotherapy is really known for, or popular for, your ability to lose weight while you're on the system. And although you do move literal waste in the form of weight from your body when you do it, it's more about the reason why people lose so much weight during colon hydrotherapy sessions is because of the impact that it's having on your liver and the rest of your body to be able to work more efficiently. A lot of times people want to jump right on the scale. They want to jump on a scale before their session. They want to jump on a scale after their session to see how much waste they lost. And although you will lose waste that way, it doesn't always work like that. Normally, when people come into the office, if they jump on before and after, they see an average of about a half a pound loss. That's a lot of waste, but they see a half a pound loss. I had a guy in today. He actually lost about 2.5 pounds during his session. That's actually high for one session. But what normally happens is over a series of sessions, you begin to experience the movement in your weight because of the fact that everything is working more efficiently. We had a woman that she did a series last week, and she came in to do sessions, and she was saying that she was one of the ones that wanted to weigh herself before and after her session. And she would say that, after my session, I would weigh myself and my weight was the same. But that next morning when I weighed myself, I noticed that my weight was going down. So it's her body was becoming more efficient at losing weight and not necessarily her seeing that weight loss on the scale. So it's gonna work differently for everyone. But ultimately, what you really want to think about when it comes to colon hydrotherapy is detoxification, period. We're bombarded with toxins in our society, like so much. We get so many toxins from so many different areas in our life that it's important that we keep our systems cleansed. And we indulge in so many things that technically we shouldn't. I mean, there are a lot of people out there that do eat clean. And if you do eat clean and you're practicing, good internal hygiene, which is what I like to call detoxification, that if you're indulging in all of the junk foods and the fast foods and you want to partake in those things, you have to do what you need to do in order to cleanse your system out. And colon hydrotherapy is a very aggressive way to cleanse the 5.5 feet of your large intestine. So I think it's very important. And if you're having digestive system issues, obviously colon hydrotherapy can be really good for you. And so I just want to give you a really basic foundation on why it's important and how it can affect you in other ways other than the obvious. But I do want to say this. I will leave it at this. One colon hydrotherapy one colon hydrotherapy session is not going to be enough. A lot of times people think that they can just come in, do one colon hydrotherapy session, and they're going to leave squeaky clean. It just doesn't work like that. I do encourage you to get colon hydrotherapy sessions. And if you get one session, it's going to be effective. But if you want to be thorough, you're going to need more than one session. And everyone is different. The industry standard is 10. Normally, if you go somewhere, they'll most likely tell you that you need challenges that they have, because sometimes you're going to need, wait, hang on for a second here. Make sure the mic is still working as well. Yeah, I apologize. I don't know what's going on with this mic or the camera. All right. Well, I don't know what's going on with it, so I guess I'm going to have to bring this to a close. I definitely thank you for joining me, and we'll make this a part one. We'll do a part two shortly when I get Kim back on. We'll share some stories and just some other tips on how to help you. What I want you to do is I want you to, in the comment section below, I want you to type down there any questions that you have in regards to colon hydrotherapy, and share your experiences with colon hydrotherapy and how it's helped you. And in the next webinar hangout that we do, we can answer your questions and talk a little bit deeper about it. We are going to be doing a mid-spring special as far as colon hydrotherapy is concerned, and we'll be offering some really cool packages so people can take advantage of it and do a series of sessions, because that's really important, to do a series and not just one session. So we'll give you an opportunity to really be able to take advantage of that. So I really thank you for joining me tonight. I apologize about the technical issues that we're having. Hopefully I can get this figured out here. I don't know why my camera went out, but enjoy your weekend, and I will talk to you soon. And again, share this information if you find it valuable, and if you think that it will help out a family or friend. All right, I will see you next week. Peace and prosperity.